Hi, I'm Tim Fenbert with LeaderGov. Each week, LeaderGov shares a leadership lesson to help you become a high-performing local government leader. Today's video is called The Happy Burden of Leadership, and it's about some of the challenging aspects and rewarding aspects of leadership. While this is a somewhat serious topic, our goal today is to remind you of these responsibilities you have as a leader to encourage you to fully embrace them, as they can have a great payoff. Being a leader has a lot of perks. For some, you get a nice parking spot. You may earn more than others, have a larger office, have more authority and discretion in how and when you do things. You get to be the face of the organization, and it's likely you get the tickets to the special baseball game, and you'll get to pull the name from the box when you're giving something away. These are some of the positive aspects of being the leader. Superficial, many of them, but positive anyway. There are other more meaningful benefits of being a leader. If done properly, you get to see people grow into their full capacity, and you get to see projects succeed, and you witness citizens provided with great value for their tax dollars. But there are some more somber and serious aspects to leadership, and we want to cover a few of those today. So you're encouraged to lean into these challenging areas and not fade back or ignore them. First is responsibility. It's certainly true. The buck stops with you. As the leader of your team, your city, your county, when all is said and done, it's your team. If your team misses the mark, it's ultimately your responsibility. This is part of the happy burden of leadership. The credit for successes and achievement should go to your team members, but it's you that takes responsibility for any lack of success. Doesn't sound fair, but it's really the way it ought to be. As the person with the authority to make decisions and allocate resources, you should be the person held responsible. Part of this area of responsibility that we should not overlook is the requirement that a leader not make excuses for their lack of success, but rather simply take responsibility and look for ways to improve in the future. Yes, there are always circumstances that lead to failure, some out of your control, but it's the leader's job to accept responsibility for the reality of the future without any buts or what ifs. Another somewhat challenging burden is being a leader is this idea of courage. Courage is the act of bravery, moving in to face the known and unknown. As a leader, it's important for you to remain calm and positive, yet determined in the face of uncertainty. While others around you may be anxious, fearful, or frozen with inaction, it's important for you to lead with courage, determination, and optimism. Like taking responsibility, another aspect of leadership that can be heavy is the need to make the hard calls when difficult decisions must be made. When circumstances get to a certain point in a project or a situation, it's important that as a leader, you're able to step in and assess the situation, gather facts quickly as possible, and make a good decision. In many cases, decisions have to be made quickly, and as the leader, it's you that has the burden to make those decisions that affect others and situations. Another aspect of leadership that is serious in nature is that of integrity. This feature of leadership is more about who you are as a leader, as opposed to what you do as a leader. You want to become a person of integrity. Integrity has been described as what you do in the dark when no one is looking. Integrity is an underlying aspect of leadership that, if not fostered and developed, can have serious repercussions to your long-term success. Even small acts of minor dishonesty can destroy a long career if they come to light. We've all heard of the county commissioner or city manager who utilizes even a small amount of public funds for something personal, And it's those small acts of dishonesty that can often lead to a career-ending moment. Another aspect of leadership that requires a seriousness is the idea of being proactive and setting clear priorities for your team. Knowing when to pause, when to gather more facts, and when to act decisively is an important aspect of part of the happy burden of leadership. Someone has to set the priorities, since time and resources are limited. And it is up to you as a leader to set the large priorities for your team, and that can sometimes be a burden, a happy burden. But that's your responsibility. As leaders, we must resist the urge to do what the team is doing and often pull away to plan for the future. Thinking through implications of large initiatives and ensuring that the team is aligned to those initiatives is an important part of leadership that can often go overlooked. Today's video may sound a bit overwhelming and perhaps a little bit on the serious side, but these are the simple realities of being a leader. And it's up to you as the leaders to walk into these situations with our eyes open, with intentionality and consideration for other people. We want to encourage you to boldly step into these sometimes challenging aspects of being a leader and carry the burden as a happy burden. While these are some serious aspects to being a leader, there are also many wonderful moments you'll get to enjoy to help you and your team reach their full potential as people, to see major projects come to pass and benefit others, and get to watch how citizens are provided with high value for their tax dollars. Well, that's it. We hope you've enjoyed this leadership lesson on the happy burden of leadership. We'd love to have you check us out on social media. We're on LinkedIn and Facebook and other social media sites. We post blogs, podcasts, and other learning material there designed just for city and county leaders. Also, if you have needs in the area of retreats, leadership workshops, or strategic planning, please give us a call. We'd love to serve you. We appreciate your support and feedback. And until next week, have a great day.